If you were at a job currently earning $70,000 a year and I offered you a new job at $60,000 a year, would you take it?
What?
Most people probably would not take that. Why would you take a pay cut? Because it's not a pay cut.
What?
I'm going to show you how that $60,000 a year job is actually worth more to you. When I was fresh out of college, I was looking at jobs and which ones made the most money. How much do they pay me per year? I want to take that one. All other things being equal, you're always looking to make the most amount of money and pay the highest and get the highest paying job. But what we don't consider is the time needed to get that income. That's a more important question because ultimately time is more valuable than money, and we should be comparing time and how much we get out of that time. So instead of looking at a job and saying it pays me $70,000 a year, look at that job and ask yourself, how much does that pay me per hour? Is it a 40-hour work week to produce that income? Is it a 20-hour work week? That makes a big difference. The 20-hour work week pays you almost double per hour if you do the math. And that's what we're going to do together so you can determine how much you make and how much your time is worth. But first, before that, I want to give you another example. I have a friend who's a pilot. He's making $110,000 a year. Very good income. He only needs to fly 75 hours per year. He's on call, he's on standby, right? All of the year. But he really only flies in the summer for a total of 75 hours. The other friend I have is an attorney. Very well paid, $300,000 a year. He works like 50-hour work weeks, if not more. So when you look at those two, right off the bat, you probably say, wow, I'd rather have the attorney's job. He's making $300,000 a year. But if you do the math per hour, that pilot that makes $110 a year, his pay per hour is nearly $1,500. Significantly more than doctors get paid per hour, than lawyers get paid an hour. I mean, that is a tremendous income. The other guy that's an attorney, he's getting paid somewhere around $125 an hour, give or take. If you do the math, it's crazy. So that's what I'm trying to see is how much am I getting for the time I'm putting in. This guy that he's only putting in 75 hours, he's squeezing out so much more out of those 75 hours, and he has so much more leisure time. That job is tremendously more valuable and is worth more. So let's get to that first example, right? The $70,000 a year job is a 40-hour work week. The $60,000 a year job is a 20-hour work week. So how do we compare the two? We take the 40-hour work week, we times that by 52 weeks in the year. That gives us a total of 2,080 hours worked per year. We take the annual salary, $70,000, and divide that by the hours worked, 2,080 in the year, and that gives us a total of $33.65 per hour. Okay, so now we chunked it down per hour. We need to compare that to the other one. The other one is a 20-hour work week. 20 hours times 52 weeks gives us 1,040 hours of work per year. $60,000 salary divided by 1,040 gives us a total of $57.69 per hour. So that one is significantly more per hour than the other one. So when you look at it that way, you probably should take, all other things being equal, the smarter move would be to take the $60,000 a year job. And why is that? Because you're getting paid more per hour and you have an extra 20 hours per week now for leisure and work. And if you're smart about it, you can use those 20 hours to produce more income for yourself that will far surpass the $70,000 a year job. That's how we should be comparing job opportunities, and that's how you dictate how much your time is worth. So next time you're presented with two different opportunities, you can chunk it down to how much they pay per hour to help you make a better decision. Now, if you're already at a job that pays you a wage per hour and you're not salaried, it's easier to compare opportunities because you already know how much you make an hour. But you still need to consider how many hours are required to work at that job. So that is always the question to ask. How much of my time that I cannot get back, the most valuable thing to me, time, how much of it do I need to put in, and how much am I getting out in return? Thanks for watching today's video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate your time and attention. Have a great rest of your day. And like always, keep going, keep learning, and keep grinding.